Once exclusively the domain of monarchs and heads of state, presidential suites have come to be the playgrounds of movie stars, sports heroes, and business tycoons. Hello and welcome to Luxury Time. My name is Leeza Mangaldas, and on the show today, we take you through some of India's most lavish presidential suites. And the pampering begins as soon as you arrive. Voted the best hotel in the world by TripAdvisor, the Umaid Bhavan Palace engulfs you in regal splendor the moment you arrive. An important emblem of Rajasthan's heritage, the architecture is overwhelming in its beauty. Perched on the highest point in Jodhpur, it inspires with glorious views of the historical Blue City, vast sand dunes and the majestic Mehrangarh Fort. Set amidst 26 acres of lush gardens with a subterranean zodiac pool, it is the last of the great palaces of India.
I think first of all it's the grandeur of the building. My grandfather commissioned something very special. The great detail has gone into building it. All the stonework and the local artisans put in. That's the first step. Secondly, it's still a living palace. The family lives here. We have our old staff and we have the modern trained professionals from Taj. I think the combination of that gives this a kind of old world charm plus the professionalism. And it looks a huge place, but there are only 65 rooms, so people get a sense of living discreetly. But it's not all luxury. It's taken time to get this palace looking like it is. There was a time when it was all industry. When I came back from England in 1971, it was just my mother and myself. And we decided to turn it into a hotel, and gradually it grew from a small family-run place into a professionally run hotel.
Living life king size is a philosophy familiar to those that choose presidential suites. But at the Taj Umaid Bhavan Palace in Jodhpur, this philosophy operates at a whole other level. Here there are not one but two presidential suites, the Maharaja Umaid Singh Suite and the Maharani Badan Kanwar Suite. And as you'll soon see, each takes on the persona of its eponymous ruler. As you can probably tell, pink was Maharani Badan Kanwar's favorite color. So from the Art Deco sofas upholstered in rich shades of old rose to the bathtub carved out of a single block of pink marble, the suite is a celebration of femininity. I thought it only fitting that my afternoon agenda include high tea. And what's more, it's served by the most obliging retinue of royal butlers, always eager to please. Thank you. From smoked salmon and caviar to the most delicate mithai, the vast array of sweet and savory treats I was presented with left me with a very difficult task, choosing what to taste. It was all divine. The private balcony of the Maharani Suite with its lovely swing has an uninterrupted view of the palace gardens, and the beautiful bougainvillea seems to borrow their hue from the pink of the interiors. The Maharaja Suite spells masculinity. The living room is in deep shades of crimson and mahogany, and the art depicts scenes of valor, such as hunting and equestrian adventure.
these rooms, these Noblin suites, the Art Deco. In fact, I've lived here as a child in this room itself. So they bring back a lot of happy memories.
The striking murals in both suites are by famed Polish artist Stefan Norblin. And the decor includes historic photographs and objects from the royal family's personal collection.
The work of the palace got stalled because of the war, and you must have heard that the ship with the furniture was sunk. So my father employed a Polish artist and designer who had an exhibition in Bombay, Stefan Norblin, and he designed these suites, and a lot of the furniture and everything was made locally.
This very bed once belonged to Maharaja Umaid Singh. Notice the eagle gleaming against the footboard. It was a favorite motif of the royal family.
That big bed over there was like a trampoline for me. I used to enjoy jumping up and down. The mattress, of course, has been changed.
With me now is Brijesh Sharma, Director of Sales and Marketing at Taj Umaid Bhavan Palace. Brijesh, presidential suites are associated with the heights of luxury. Can you take me through the facilities and amenities available at the presidential suites here?
Sure, the services what you get in presidential suite, you are given the best of best butler who are throughout with you, which make you feel the royal services at all time, the grandeur of the presidential suite, the art deco, the bathrooms, the jacuzzi in the room, the private spa, which is outstanding.
Who are some of the most distinguished guests that have stayed at the presidential suites here?
We have our living legend, Mr. Amitabh Bachchan, who has stayed with us. We have Mr. Amir Khan, who has stayed with us, Mr. Shah Rukh Khan, who stayed with us. Internationally, if we talk about, we have President of Gabon, who stayed with us, Royal Family of Qatar, who has stayed with us. So the presidential suite is the preferred choice, and it's the preferred choice of Mr. Ambani and family.
In addition to all of that, there's also something intangible. There's magic in the air here. It's a real palace. There are peacocks in the garden, the moon rising behind us. That's what makes this experience truly unforgettable.
Of course, and our associate who makes a huge difference here, because of their services and everything, we have been voted as world's best hotel. And we would like to continue our services and excellence to any guest who visit us. And it's like a true royalty working here with such an iconic property.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're now going to take a quick break on luxury time, but we sample a presidential suite in one of the finest hotels in South India when we return.